Hi everybody, I'm going to really quickly show you how to calculate standard deviation with some data. I've got a very simple data set over here. I want to use easy numbers just to make sure that everybody sees the process on how to do this. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do for my data is I'm going to calculate the mean of my data, which means I'm going to add up my data first, 3, 7, 12 plus 9. And I'm going to be accurate, so I'm going to use the calculator just to make sure that I've got everything. That gives me 31. And I have 4 pieces of data, so 31 divided by 4 is 7.75. There's my mean. The next thing I do is I find the deviations from the mean. For each of these data pieces, I'm going to subtract the mean from the data. So I'm going to take 3 minus 7.75. I'm going to take 7 minus 7.75. I'm going to take 12 minus 7.75. And I'm going to take 9 minus 7.75. I'm going to calculate all of these. Let me clear my calculator. 3 minus 7.75 is negative 4.75. 7 minus 7.75 is 0.75. I can do that one. 12 minus 7.75 is 4.25. And 9 minus 7.75 is 1.25. These are the deviations. The next thing I'm going to do is square these deviations. Okay, so I'm going to come back into my calculator. I'm going to take 4.75 squared. I'm going to take 0.75 squared. I'm going to take 4.25 squared. And I'm going to take 1.25 squared. So it doesn't matter if I put a negative or a positive in. When I square it, it's going to become a positive. So I don't have to put in negative 4.75. I'll just put in 4.75. And when I square it, that's 22.5625. I'll take my 0.75 squared and square it to get 0.5625. I'll take my 4.25 and square it to give 18.0625. And I'll take 1.25 and square it. And that gives me 1.5625. Okay. So what I've done is taken the square of the deviations. The deviations is how far each data point is from the mean. So I calculated my deviations here. Here's where I calculated my deviations, and then I squared them. Now I want to sort of take a mean of the squared deviations, but there's a technical reason, and we talked about this in class. I don't want to divide by 4. I'm only going to divide by 3 because we're using what are called sample deviations. I have 4 data pieces, but what I'm going to do here is divide by 3. So I need to add these up first. Okay, so let's come back here. Let's clear this out, and let's do 22.5625 plus 0.5625 plus 18.0625 plus 1.5625. Add those up, that's 42.75. And as I said, I'm going to divide by 3, not divided by 4. 42.75 divided by 3. My calculator tells me that's 14.25. This number is the variance right here. There's one more step between finding the standard deviation, and that is to take the square root of the variance. So in my calculator, I'm going to take the square root, and that gives me a 3.7749. So I'm going to write this right here. And that is my standard deviation. There's my answer right there. Okay, I hope this is all helpful for you. I'll have this posted online pretty quickly for you all. Take care. Bye-bye.